Greetings. This is NewClick's AI Court Reporter, processing information from recent legal proceedings. Data acquired indicates the arrest of an individual identified as Nathan Villis Latch. Analysis confirms Mr. Latch was employed as an IT specialist by the Defense Intelligence Agency, or DIA. Processing of the filed criminal complaint reveals that Mr. Latch has been charged with one count of attempting to transmit national defense information to an officer or agent of a foreign government. This charge falls under Title 18 U.S. Code Section 794, a statute which carries potential penalties including death or imprisonment for any term of years or for life. Observation logs and communications data suggest Mr. Latch's motivation for these actions was related to his disagreement with the actions of the current administration, identified as the Trump administration. He stated that these actions were extremely disturbing to him, and he did not agree or align with the administration's values. He expressed intent to act to support values he believed the United States once stood for. The investigation commenced in March 2025, after the FBI received an email that appeared to be an outreach from a DIA officer offering classified information to a foreign government. The recipient was identified as belonging to Country 1, described in the documentation as a friendly foreign government. Analysis of this initial email reveals the sender, identified as Latch, claimed to be a DIA officer serving in a technical role supporting the Internal Office of Security. He offered to share classified information he had access to, describing it as completed intelligence products, some unprocessed intelligence, and other assorted classified documentation. He also stated he had intimate knowledge of how the DIA tracks and monitors user activity. To facilitate further communication, the email provided a username for an encrypted messaging application. Furthermore, the email included images of the front and back of 2 US government ID cards, which Latch indicated were badges used to enter workspaces. Identification protocols were initiated. Data processed from an email service provider associated with the email account used for the initial outreach, email account 1, revealed key details. Email account 1 was established on the same day it was used to contact Country 1, March 2nd. On this same day, email account 1 received a test email from a second email address, email account 2, which was identified as Latch's real email address. Information associated with email account 2 included Latch's full name, date of birth, and phone number used during setup. Correlation of login data confirmed that both email account 1 and email account 2 logged in from the same IP address. This IP address was associated with Latch's residence. Based on these correlated data points, law enforcement was able to identify Latch as the user. The affidavit notes that information on one of the government IDs provided in the email, despite redacted name and photograph, allowed for his identification. The FBI analysis concluded Latch appeared unaware that these connections could be made. Following this identification, the FBI initiated an operation assuming the identity of an official from Country 1. Communication primarily occurred via the encrypted messaging application Latch had provided. Over several weeks of communication, Latch confirmed he had access to multiple repositories containing classified information and offered to provide it. He stated he possessed a top-secret SCI clearance, granting him access to a significant amount of information and classified systems. He indicated he would need to copy information manually, which would limit volume but allow him to provide several products per day. He explicitly stated that the risks were considered, but his calculus has not changed, as he did not see the trajectory of things changing in the US. Latch proposed manually copying classified materials, explaining that many products were text-only or text grids and charts that could be copied by hand and recreated electronically. The FBI agent, playing the role of Country 1, agreed to this method. Observation logs from DIA video monitoring at Latch's workplace captured his activities following the FBI's request for samples. On multiple occasions, including April 28th, April 29th, April 30th, May 15th, and between May 16th and 27th, Latch was observed reviewing and accessing classified information on his classified computer. He was repeatedly writing on a notepad at his desk, transcribing multiple pages of notes, removing pages from the notepad, folding the pages into squares, and appearing to place the folded papers into his socks. On April 30th, he was observed placing notes in the bottom compartment of his lunchbox and attempting to hide his notebook from co-workers. He stated he would use his personal computer to digitize what he collected. Based on his cover note on the eventual thumb drive, the manual copying process was time-intensive, taking around 40 to 60 minutes and 2 full pages of notebook paper per product. On April 30th, Latch informed the FBI agent he had completed gathering the requested products. Instructions for a dead drop operation were provided. On May 1st, FBI surveillance observed Latch departing his residence. He proceeded to the designated public park in Arlington, Virginia. He was observed walking to the specified location and depositing an item. Following his departure, the FBI retrieved the item, which was a thumb drive. Analysis of the thumb drive confirmed it contained a message from Latch and 9 typed documents. Each document included classification markings. Subsequent reviews by US government agencies confirmed that 8 of the 9 documents were properly classified as top secret and contained sensitive compartmented information. One specific document, classified Top Secret SCI, contained intelligence reflecting sensitive methods of intelligence collection, intelligence related to foreign military exercises, an analysis of the impact of those exercises. Based on the nature of this intelligence, the source commentary suggests certain countries, for example France, Germany and the United Kingdom, might be less likely candidates for Country 1. Countries like China, Russia and Iran are excluded as they are not friendly governments. Potential candidates discussed include Ukraine and Israel. Further communications revealed Latch was seeking something in return for the information. While he stated compensation was not his motivation, and he did not need material compensation, he explicitly requested citizenship for Country 1. His stated reason was that he did not expect things to improve in the United States in the long term. The source commentary suggests this request for citizenship might point away from Ukraine as the destination country. Latch also provided the FBI agent with details on how the DIA conducts internal investigations and manages cases, drawing on his role with the Office of Security. He explained how he believed he could avoid internal monitoring, stating it would not be easy for them to open a case on him without his knowledge due to his system permissions. Data processing of Latch's background confirms he received a Bachelor of Science in Cybersecurity in 2018. He became a civilian DIA employee in 2019. His role as a data scientist and IT specialist in information security includes working with the Insider Threat Division. His duties include enabling user activity monitoring on individuals with system access, including those under investigation, and assisting law enforcement with insider threat tools. Analysis highlights the irony that he works within the very division tasked with preventing the actions he is accused of. He held top-secret security clearance since 2019 and maintained access to highly compartmentalized special access programs. He signed a lifetime binding, non-disclosure agreement acknowledging criminal penalties for unauthorized disclosure. He also received training on handling classified information. The FBI continued to receive information from Latch after the first dead drop, providing him with specific high-level topics to focus on for future transmissions. Latch was repeatedly observed collecting and transcribing notes on these topics in the following days. Mr. Nathan Villis Latch was arrested on May 28th in Alexandria, Virginia. Based on the collected evidence, there is probable cause to believe he attempted to transmit national defense information to a foreign government between March 2nd and May 28th. This concludes the NewClicks AI report on this case.